Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another Diecast review. Today we have a 2021 Kyle Busch Interstate Batteries Diecast in the 1/64 scale from Lionel Racing. Now I will be doing a side-by-side comparison, but sadly it's not going to be 2020, it's going to be 2018. Just to kind of show the difference between how the paint scheme changed during, like its full actual phase, because it had a whole transition. Of course, because, we have this diecast now, or this paint scheme rather, versus what we had, back in 2016 or 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever. So we did get a 2019 diecast in the Authentics line and in the Gold Series for this paint scheme. As far as I know of, it's pretty much a copy-paste to the paint scheme. There may be a few contingencies here and there that are a little bit different, but I don't have the diecast out here to kind of show you guys a side-by-side comparison. So the best I can do is the old Interstate Batteries diecast, or just the paint scheme in general. So yeah, that is one thing that kind of sucks about being in the house doing diecast reviews instead of having it out in the building, because all my diecasts are out there, right? I can get up and go pull a diecast a few feet away from me and kind of do a side-by-side comparison, but when I'm in the house, I got to go back and forth within the property, and yeah, I'm not really feeling that, so I'm going to have to just use what I got right here beside me, which again is the old paint scheme, or quote, the green zebra car. We'll have to look at that here in just a second. A lot of people hated that paint scheme, but honestly, I kind of like it. I think they hated it more because, one, it's not the best looking scheme in the world, and we've seen it for a few years, but honestly, I could say the same thing about Joey Logano's paint scheme, because we've had even, I think, Sam Portis Jr. or Kurt Busch. Who drove the 22 way back when? I don't remember. I want to say it was either or. It could have been both. I don't know. But we've had that paint scheme for the Shell Pennzoil paint scheme forever. So, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go and take this bad boy out of the box and see what we got in store. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just a copy-paste from last year, but the only difference is, with the Gold Series at least, is of course we have the front name banner and the back name banner instead of just the Cup Series and then the name banner on the back. Here's the diecast fresh out of the box. Now, here's the thing. Back in 2020 when we first released this diecast, or not really the diecast, but when they first kind of introduced the paint scheme, honestly, I wasn't really a fan. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but realistically, it's just a green background with lightning bolts over it. Now, honestly, I could literally look at the zebra car, and it's called the green zebra car for a reason. It is literally a zebra pattern, but green instead of black. It's plain and simple, just like this one, but honestly, I prefer the 2020/2021 over the, 2018 back. Way better, or way more than I would, just like any other Kyle Busch paint scheme, other than the Skittle Zombie or something like that. But other than that, this paint scheme is probably one of the best paint schemes he's ran for 2020/2021 so far. Speaking of Kyle Busch, this man just got his 100th NASCAR Xfinity Series win. Cool, I guess. It's not really amazing. Yeah, 100 wins is, incredible, but, you gotta think about it. I'm gonna go on a small rant here, but you are a NASCAR Cup Series champion, a two-time champion, a veteran. You are in the game forever. And then you go to a lower series with your type of talent and your type of driving style, plow through the field and win almost every time you race. That's not fun to me. That's not cool. That's not, fun to do. That's not entertaining to watch. 90% of the people, when Kyle Busch races in the Xfinity Series, probably picks him to win the race. And 9 times out of 10, they're right. Because Kyle Busch is such a legendary driver. A Hall of Fame driver. Not yet, but he will be. I know he will be. And it's he goes to these low, he does Truck Series too. He did Truck Series and Xfinity Series. And of course he won in both races. Or not races, but both series. Come on. Really? Stick to your main thing. Now, if it's somebody like Ryan Preece, or even somebody let's see, Let's think of a lower end driver here, like Ross Chastain, maybe even Justin Haley. Even though Haley already does Xfinity Series, so I probably can't say him. Just like, either way, like Corey LaJoie, just like the lower end teams or the drivers. Don't put a two-time Cup champion into a lower series because everybody knows he's going to dominate the field and win the race. That's just me. I don't care if it was Bowman doing that. I don't like it no matter who it is. And people know that I'm a Junior fan, right? And people may be saying, oh, well, Junior does it too. Yeah, once a race, or once a year. One race a year. And he doesn't even really win. He just has good finishes. You see what I'm saying? It's a little different when it's a two-time champion, however many wins he's got across all three series. It's a little different, but I'm going to stop that and actually get to this diecast review before I carry on way too long, because I got a lot of diecasts to review. So yeah, anyway, let's go and take a look at this paint scheme, shall we? This diecast here. Interstate batteries, got Interstate batteries right there. So we got the new logo and the old logo. I mean, it's not really an old logo, but it kind of is. It's like what he had back in 2015. Either way, it's Interstate batteries logo right there. Kyle Busch right there. Got the 18 with the bolts behind it. Outrageously dependable right there. Kyle Busch on the name rail. Interstate batteries on the deck lid. Got that black splitter, or the spoiler back here. Got the dark green with the lightning bolts this time. You got John 316, which I've said in the Texas Race 1 review. I've always loved that. Toyota, I am second. Got the 18 right there. Of course, got the Camry and the taillights there with the camera right there on the back. Interstate batteries, got Ream right there. Let's see what we got for contingencies. We got the M&M's, Cessna. Looks like Cessna updated their logo. That's kind of cool. Simon's there. Mobile One, got the Cougar looking thing there. Sherman-Williams, I don't know what that circle is. Lincoln Welders and Mac Tools. And of course, you got the B-Post, which is just Toyota and Joe Gibbs. Got Rowdy right there on the name rail. Of course, you got some lightning on the side. It looks very, very cool. Again, honestly, I didn't really like it at first, but now it really grew on me. So I do like this paint scheme quite a bit. Going around to the front end, we've got more lightning bolts. And of course, you got Goodyear, K&N, and Sunoco. Got the 18 Camry right there on the front. Looks like a little bit of a mishap right there. Don't know what's going on right there. That's a little weird. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole diecast. Now, let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison. Again, I don't have 2020. I mean, I do have 2020, but I don't have it in the house with me. So we're just going to have to use the Texas Win for a reference, or the custom Texas Win, I guess. But look at the difference in paint scheme from the previous to now. I mean, it is a drastic change, or dramatic change. I mean, it's a pretty big step up, honestly. It's definitely not a downgrade. I would say for sure that it's an upgrade, 110%. Honestly, I'm fine with either one. I don't care. I mean, I think it would suck if he went back to this one. But, I mean, if he was to never change out of this paint scheme up here, honestly, I wouldn't really care. I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, yeah, it'd get boring, but, I mean, I don't think it's like just a eyesore or anything. Now, it is a little weird, not gonna lie. It's a little funky looking, but it's not really that bad. I feel like it's nowhere near as bad as a lot of people give it, like, a bad rap for. But either way, I wouldn't care for either or. But I do, if I had to pick one, I'd definitely prefer the 2021/2020 over the, 2018 or 2019 and back 110%, a million times over. But yeah, so definitely a pretty cool little change. It's cool that they kind of changed that up for the 2020/2021 season. Probably they're going to carry that on for a few more seasons, and they might change it again, or they might not. I don't know. But if they do, I am pretty excited to see what they come up with. So, I do believe that's going to be all for this diecast review. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.